Hey guys, it's Coach B. Wiley. So I got this video idea because I was on the phone with a dear friend of mine, and she typically, when it comes to relationships, she hasn't chose. This isn't me judging either, because child, y'all know my stories because I done told y'all my dating stories. But with her, she hasn't necessarily chose the right guys, and it's always giving chaos. Her relationships are always giving the energy of chaos. And I told her, I was like, I think you've become comfortable in your chaos. Now, who can do that? Who is comfortable with all kind of stuff going on around them? Me personally, I will be anxious as AF, if chaos is all around me. I was just in Walmart today, and it was boxes everywhere that hadn't been unpacked. It was people everywhere. Every time you turn a corner, it was you running into somebody, couldn't breathe. I had to get out of there. It was out of control. And if you're in a situation where you can't breathe, it's out of control, it's have your mind in a swirl, but yet you sit there and you just sip your cup of tea like nothing is going on, and you're comfortable there and you rest there and you lay in it, that is a problem. Being chaotic, being in up and down and all around unbalanced relationships is never okay. So think about your relationship. It always comes back to you, right? Think about the relationship that you're in right now. Is it more calm or is it a lot of chaos? Is there always something going on? If you're listening to this and you have a homegirl, a friend, a BFF, whatever you want to call her, a coworker, and every single time she talks to you, it's literally always something, that is a red flag. Either she the problem or the dude she picking is the problem. And if that's the case, she's still the problem because she's picking and entertaining these guys who are chaotic. So if you're the problem, and a lot of us don't want to do self-reflecting and believe that we're the problem because we're so perfect, right? However, you could be the problem, and that is okay because you can work on yourself. If you have realized in 22 that you continue to attract chaotic people and it's always some nonsense. So what is chaos? Chaos would be the car is always out of gas. Every time you fill the car up, because you and your boyfriend share a car, he bring it back to you on empty, and every other morning you have to fill it back up. And I know y'all like it's just gas. Well, it's not, because that means you're not communicating effectively. And when you ain't communicating, Lord knows, we all know that can start some confusion and some chaos. It's just waiting on it to happen. And think about this. If your partner says they're going to do something and they never follow through, they never follow up. They always say this and they do that. If they're not staying at home and they always have this excuse, or I'm hanging out with X, Y, and Z, but then you see on social media that they're not where they say they were. Now they lying, and that can create some chaos too. Anything can create chaos if a person isn't respectful upfront about their intentions, if they're deliberately lying, if they're coming in trying to use, abuse, or anything like that. That is the recipe for disaster and chaos. And if you have a pattern of dating people that you just do this with, then we got to get down to why. Why are we conflicting with self, therefore attracting those who want to have conflict with us? Because it always comes back to us. And this isn't me pointing you out like you're the problem. However, you are the problem if you continue to have problems and choose problematic people. So the next time you want to point the finger at them, turn it right back on you and say, you, what can I do in order to better myself mentally, spiritually, emotionally, communicatively, and that ain't a word, in order to attract love and light and fluffiness and just peace and sitting on a floating cloud and just what can I do to get that most of the time? Because yes, you're going to have conflict, but that should not mean chaos. This can trickle down to your kids, your relationship with your children, your church members, your co-workers, your best friend, your spouse, whoever they may be. Think about your relationships and get uncomfortable with creating chaos, and learn how to remove the chaos. And if you do have conflict, address it appropriately and go from there. Now, if you got it, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I'm Coach B. Wiley. If you want to find me elsewhere, TikTok is your friend. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, of course, here on YouTube. Coach B. Wiley. Talk to you later.